Imagine two children. One can recite the alphabet before the age of 4. The other can confront a crying friend, wait patiently for a turn, express feelings respectfully, and bounce back after making a mistake. Now, answer honestly. Which child is more prepared for life? We live in a world where parents celebrate the child who can count 1 to 100, yet overlook the child who can manage anger. We applaud handwriting but ignore heart writing. We measure memory but forget maturity. And that may be the biggest mistake modern education is making. Because if a child can read 3 but cannot handle emotion, you have not educated the child. You have trained the child. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Pulse of the People. This is NGIRO Thierry. If you have not yet subscribed on NGIRO TV, this is the right moment to do it because it means a lot to us. Well, today I want to challenge the way we think about preschool education. Not because academics are unimportant, but because something far more important comes first. The early years are not for information. They are for formation, not merely for teaching children what to think, but for shaping who they become. And science agrees. The most important construction site on earth. Between the ages of 2 and 6, children are building something far more important than academic knowledge. They are building themselves. The Swiss psychologist Jean Piaget described this period as a stage when children learn through imagination, play, symbols, language, and experience. Their minds are actively constructing their understanding of the world rather than simply receiving information. Meanwhile, Maria Montessori called young children the observant mind, because they naturally absorb lessons from their environment and the people around them. She argued that the years from 3 to 6 are a critical period for the information of character and personality. Think about that. A child is not just learning letters, a child is learning life, not just the sounds, but self-worth, not just the numbers, but relationships, not just the vocabulary, but values. The classroom is not merely a place where children learn, it is a place where children become. And what they become matters more than what they memorize. Let's talk about the foundation before the building. Every strong building begins with a foundation. For children, that foundation is emotional security. A child must feel safe. A child must feel valued. A child must feel understood, because when children feel secure, they develop confidence to explore, learn, and connect with others. Research on attachment theory, pioneered by John Bowlby and further developed by Mary Ainsworth, shows that secure early relationships help children develop resilience, confidence, trust, and healthier relationships later in life. Listen to this carefully. A secure child becomes a confident learner. A confident learner becomes a courageous adult. A courageous adult changes the world. So before asking, can my child read? Ask, does my child feel safe enough to learn? Because confidence grows where connection flows. Because safety before study, relationships before results, connection before correction. Because you cannot correct a child who is not connected to you. Children need to trust you. If they don't trust you, they cannot be connected with you. You cannot even correct them. Take a look at the way children respect their teachers, their caregivers, their parents, their friends. So if you're not their friend, they cannot trust you. Then you cannot correct them. Life skills are not small skills. Many adults today struggle with conflict. Many struggle with patience. Many struggle with the teamwork. Many struggle with handling failure. Yet, these are exactly the skills children should begin learning in preschool. Waiting for a turn, sharing toys, handling disappointment, listening respectfully, expressing feelings, solving simple conflict, saying, I am upset, I need help, I am sorry. Those may sound like small skills, but honestly, they are not. They are survival skills. The child who learns emotional regulation today becomes the employee who works well with others tomorrow. The leader who stays calm under pressure. The spouse who communicates effectively. The parent who raises emotionally healthy children. Reading helps a child pass an exam. Life skills help a person pass through life. And life is the final examination. Let's talk about independence. Independence creates confidence. Have you noticed something remarkable about young children? They always want to do things themselves. I can do that. I can do it. That's what they think. I can do anything. I can do anything. Even, how can I say this? Even when something looks beyond their reach, beyond their capabilities, for them, they think they can do it. They think they can drive. They think they can lift heavy things, heavy loads. That's the way they are. Those 4 words are the anthem of childhood. When children put on their own shoes, pack their own bags, make simple choices, help clean up, and solve small problems, they are developing something powerful: self-belief. Montessori repeatedly emphasized that independence is one of the major goals of early childhood education, and that children develop through successive stages of gaining independence. Every time we do for a child what they can do for themselves, we may be helping them temporarily, but we might be weakening their confidence permanently. Children become confident not because adults tell them they are capable. Children become confident because they experience capability. Confidence is not taught, it is built. One successful attempt at a time. That's all. Let's talk about this now. Values matter more than scores. Let me ask a difficult question here. What happens when intelligence grows faster than character? What happens when intelligence grows faster than character? History gives us the answer. Intelligent people have built hospitals. Intelligent people have also built weapons. Knowledge alone does not determine direction. Values do. Kindness, empathy, respect, honesty, gratitude, responsibility. These are not extra subjects. They are the subjects. Because intelligence without values can become dangerous. A child may learn how to solve a mathematical problem, but values teach them why they should help another human being. Schools that focus only on academics may produce successful students. Schools that focus on character produce successful human beings. And the world needs both. Now, I always say this. For me, this is what I call real curriculum. To me, this is what I call the real curriculum. Here is a truth that changes everything. Values are rarely taught through instruction. They are taught through experience. Children watch more than they listen. They absorb more than they obey. The way a teacher responds to mistakes, the way adults handle disagreement, the way a child is encouraged after failure, the way classmates are treated, that is the real curriculum. Because they learn from all of those situations. Research continues to show that the quality of a teacher-child interactions strongly influences children's social, emotional, and developmental outcomes. Children may forget a lesson, but they never forget how a classroom made them feel. They remember respect. They remember kindness. They remember encouragement. And those memories become part of their identity. Those memories become part of their identity. Let's think about this. The question that changes everything. So the next time you visit a preschool, do not begin with this question. What will my child learn? Ask a better question. This goes to parents who plan to enroll their young children, their babies, into nursery schools. I want you to call this. Well, don't ask it. Don't ask, what will my child learn? Ask a better question. What kind of a person will my child become? Will this environment teach confidence? Will it nurture kindness? Will it encourage independence? Will it build resilience? Will it strengthen character? Because in the long run, life does not reward the child who memorized the most facts. Life rewards the person who can adapt, who can collaborate, who can recover from failure, who can lead with empathy, who can solve problems, who can keep going when life becomes difficult. The future belongs not simply to educated people, it belongs to capable people. And capability grows where values are planted, where life skills are practiced, where emotions are understood, and where children are loved enough to become their best selves. So let us stop asking how much information a child can carry and start asking, what kind of human being are we helping this child become? Because the early years are not for information, they are for formation. And formation shapes a lifetime. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being around. If you have not yet subscribed, this is the right moment to do it. Thank you so much for staying with us. May God bless you. This was NGIRO Thierry on NGIRO TV. See you then.